All right, it is July 4th, and we're coming today to plant some potatoes. I have my 30-gallon grow bag. I got these on Amazon, and this is where I currently have my sweet potatoes. These are really strong. They're reinforced. I think they're really strong bags, but I like them. Gardens with a Z, Gardzen. You get it. You got it. So I'm going to use my Kellogg All Natural Organic Plus Raised Bed Gardening Mix. And these will be my seed potatoes for the day. I got these this morning. I go to my local store and I find, what do you call it? If I go to the store and I get organic things, they will give me a discount. So this morning, this is just half of the bag. Actually, not even half of it, about a third of the bag. I'm letting the other one sprout a little bit more. But I find if I go there and I have my local grocer and I say, they keep them on the bottom. It doesn't seem they have a last in, first out ruling. And so I'll go in and say, hey, will you mark this down? And they will. And so I get a huge bag of seed potatoes for 99 cents on organic potatoes. And then it yields me many, many, many more potatoes than the 99-cent investment. It's cheaper than buying even seeds at the store. So this is what I like to do. So that's what we'll be doing today. I'll be filling up this raised bed with this, and then we've got this seed potatoes, and then I may cover them with some pine straw. So here I'll give you an example of what I am using as pine straw. This is in abundance. Somehow I got a rock in here. But this pine straw is in abundance in my yard, and it's free. So I just go over to my handy dandy yard, and then I will just take my hand along the rocks like this, and I will gather, hence how I got a rock, some pine straw. So that's what the project is for today. That's what I plan on doing. Putting these in, covering them until they sprout. That's kind of what naturally is happening. Like, I did not put these down here, but from the trees above, it is naturally happening. So we're going with what is naturally happening as a layer, and it's providing a lot of moisture. Like, my soil is nice. It's moist. So I just let it be covered. Even when I cut leaves off, I put it into as a covering, which is what will happen in nature anyways. So that is the plan. So I even made my label today. I'm trying to do better. Red potatoes. These are organic red potatoes. Today is 7/4. And so when I plant these, I will put this in here so that I can do better and remember when it needs, I kind of estimate when they need to come out. Typically, what I do is rely on the plant dying back. And so I'll go over to my potatoes I already have. So the leaves, they're high, they're doing well. I'll wait for them to fully die back. So these are green right now. When they start browning all the way and they flopped over, then I will go ahead and start digging. So usually it's 2 weeks, I believe, after it dies back. So I have the soil in here. I did use the entire bag of this. This was for 2 cubic feet or 56.6 liters. So it did use the entire bag, which is completely fine. I will continue to cover this. So I'll start, it is low. So you see, not low, but it's not filled. So I do leave space because I know that potatoes grow downward, and I do add more soil and things after a while. So when I do that, I'll probably lift up the pine straw and then add the pine straw back on top. But it's easy because it kind of clumps together like this. You can just easily gather it up. So I will add my seed. I'm going to add the whole ones. Usually, sometimes I cut them. These are really small. Some of them are really tiny. And I'm going to put the eye of the potato upward. And so I'm going to place these all around, and then going to kind of cover them in with the pine straw. And then when they do start to produce the leaves, then I'll cover them in with more soil. That is the plan. So as you see, some of them have a little bit more eye than others. This one's a larger potato, but that's fine. And I think I will use all of these. So it may be a bit crowded, but that's my plan. And you can do it what you want to. But this is what I'm going to do. Because I do have all these potatoes, and I think I want to try to use them all up. I have more, which I have in a bag in a dark place to grow a bit more. So I'm going to space these ones out a little bit. And that's what we got. So I think that's pretty good. So I will put in my plant reminder label, and then I'm going to cover this in with the straw, and then we're just going to water it in, and we're going to be good to go. Actually, I think I am going to. I'm changing my mind while I'm playing the game. But I think I'm going to cover these just a bit. I'm going to push them down just a bit. Because that's kind of what I've done before. So I'm going to nestle them in just a bit. Make sure the eye is where I want it to be. Where is it? Oh, here it is. So I'm going to nestle these in really good. Make sure the eye is upward. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm excited because this is my third succession right now. So I have the one that I just showed you. Then I have the ones that I recently planted in that garden bed there. They have not even yet begun to sprout, so they're relatively new. I started that in June. And then just going to cover this just a bit like this. Not anything. I'm not going to... See? Just like that. And then I'm going to cover it with the pine. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to provide it a nice little covering. And I'm going to use what I already have in the garden to protect my new potatoes and grow. I'm excited. Potatoes are so easy. And they are so delicious when you get them out of the garden. I made some potato salad last week. And it was absolutely delicious, and I honestly could tell the difference, but that's just me. I could tell the difference in taste. Look at me getting a rock in here. So essentially, this is it. I'll spread this out. I'll place this probably in the back with the other sweet potatoes, and that is pretty much it. Just really quickly update in the garden. These are the black eyed peas. They are vining. They are doing exactly what I want it to do with this trellis. So they are vining up. They are growing. Pine needles are flying everywhere at me. The wind's blowing. But this bed looks so good. And then I've got my squash, my second planting of squash I have here with the black eyed peas here. My peas here, they are also vining. I need a different trellis solution, but for now, this is what we're doing. This is my pumpkin. Pumpkin has just really starting to shine. It showed up. It's vining outward, as you see here, so it's coming along the fence. So I'm going to try to re-guide that. This is where I put the russet potatoes a couple of weeks ago, so that's where that is. I'll probably cover that in a bit more with some straw, but I'm curious to see. No, I don't see any green yet, but again, it's just recently put those in there. It might even not have been 2 full weeks yet. Others, this is my watermelon patch. I believe. Yes, watermelon, pumpkin, okra, no, squash, watermelon, okra, pumpkin. This is what happens when you're not looking at your labels. And then my sweet potato patch is here, which I'm excited for. So I probably will put my other potato plant somewhere back here or even over there. And then, yes, my sweet potato slips are coming along really nicely. Really, really nicely. I harvested a pepper and 2 jalapenos from here. I have 3 more jalapenos here. I should have showed you the harvest. Forgive me. I'm going to do better. I had a tobacco wormwood. It was about the size of my finger eating my plants. I had no idea what it was. And one day I came out here and I saw it and I was like, it looked like an alien. Honestly, it looked like an alien. I happened to be watching a video from someone and they mentioned this tomato worm and I'm like, I think that's what it was. I looked it up and I saw it. Look up tobacco, I think it's wormwood, something like that. I have to look it up again. And it was scary. Like it literally looked like a huge, huge, huge caterpillar or like a waxy skin. But needless to say, my slips should be coming, so that will be my second succession of sweet potatoes. Once these grow, I have a white one, I have a Japanese one, I have some other ones growing. I have one that I've started in water in the fridge that is going to go inside once I have the slips, I will also get those started. So I want to have plenty of sweet potatoes for fall, plenty of potatoes for the fall. And yeah, so just wanted to provide an update in the garden. Oh, these are potatoes as well. Again, I just leave the leaves on top. So these potatoes I also started, when did I start these? 6/29. So the same day as the other ones. So yeah, it hasn't even been a full week on the other ones. So these are new. These are new. So yeah, so I'm trying to keep potatoes growing. We have a really long warm season here. So I have started to see some of my flowers bloom. I hand pollinated one of my flowers today so that I could make sure that one of them got pollinated. There was a fruit on here, but it did not get pollinated, so it rotted away, but that's fine. I hand pollinated it so that I didn't see any issues. I am coming back in here, and some of them just kind of cutting back some of the extra leaves. I like leaves, but I want fruit. So again, you see, I leave the stuff in here just to die back because that's what happens in the woods, in real life. It dies back and it just stays in. Gardening it can be beautiful, but it's not meant to be neat, perfect rows and everything. It's going to be a little bit chaotic, and I think that's fine. I love that. I'm here to get the food, not worry about orderly, neat. Yes, do I like it to be orderly? Yes, but is it supposed to be picture perfect? It doesn't have to be. And you know, I'm here for the gardeners that we don't have a ton of time. I work a full-time job. I just want to make sure that I have food coming. So here's the update. Thank you if you've watched. If you have, this is your first time, please like, subscribe. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. If you learn anything, if you have any tips, I am super new at this and I am humble. And if you have tips, tricks, if you say, hey, you shouldn't have put that on there, or you should have did this differently, I appreciate it. Tell me. So again, as I said, I'm going to water these in and then I'm going to go place them and give them a nice drink. Go place them over there, and the next time you see the video, it will be in place. Thanks for watching. Bye now.